So let's see. Topic time. Now let's see. Now the thing that's caused the most controversy in the past week, as far as comedy, Dave Chappelle Sticks and Stones stand-up controversy.
Oh, you niggas is pausing.
Yeah. Now,
you know what's fucked up? The fact that you can warn somebody they're going to be offended and they still be offended.
Facts. He said, if you get mad, remember, you clicked on my face.
But that's the thing is like, if you want to cancel somebody, you could just never listen to this shit again and be okay. You don't have to try to decimate somebody's whole career just because you're offended by what they do for a living and what they've been. You can't cancel Dave Chappelle at this point.
Yeah, you can't.
They ain't canceling shit.
Yeah, you can't.
Dave Chappelle is beyond y'all niggas.
Yeah. Now
there's nothing you can do to that nigga.
He's not an industry nigga, so
yeah, there's nothing you can do to that nigga. He walked away for 50 mil.
Like he could, like, I'm pretty sure Netflix looked over the special before they put it on Netflix. So as long as it didn't break any of their guidelines, like nobody was like murdered, like for real, like nothing happened that was outside the guidelines of Netflix. So they put the shit on Netflix, it airs, and then people watch it, and people are automatically offended because he uses the F word. He uses
hard.
He uses it a couple of times.
Hard.
And
like
he uses some other language. He talks about Michael Jackson. Like,
how was your weekend?
I watched it. Got my dick sucked by Michael Jackson. You think about weekend was sky's the limit for me.
Yeah. I start here. The sky's the limit.
Now,
that was my weekend.
I watched that shit 3 times.
Yeah,
I watched it at least 6 times.
And as a nigga that wants to at least do stand-up comedy for like to try it out, like I feel like that was the blueprint of how to do stand-up comedy. Is like the whole goal of stand-up comedy is to take shit that's taboo, shit that's not supposed to be funny, and make it funny. He made the Jussie Smollett shit funny. He made Suicide funny with Anthony Bourdain. He made the Michael Jackson shit funny. He made gay people funny. He made the N-word funny. He made the crowd look stupid. He made social media look stupid. He took everything that's prominent in today's news and spun it in a way to you can make a joke of it. And that I hold comedians oftentimes at like genius levels as the shit that they think of and what they can do with certain premises. I think that Dave Chappelle is the only nigga that could have did this. I don't think there's anyone else on earth that could have came out with this special and then hit as hard as it did.
I mean, I feel like there's probably other people out there who could have done similar things.
I think it would have been more harsh. I feel like Dave Chappelle was the perfect person to be like, yo, I'm going to address the LGBTQ elemental P people. I'm going to address, the Jussie Smollett, the Juicy Smollett. I'm going to address.
The Louis C.K. thing was funny.
That shit was funny.
He was like, all right, he came in the room and he jerked his dick.
And he told you.
Myself,
no,
what's the threat?
But that's another thing too, though. Because like, I be having a lot of the same sentiments that a lot of comedians have. That's why I feel like sometimes I could do it. It's like, yo, if you don't you didn't hold anybody against their will. Yeah. I came in the room and jacked my own dick. Came on myself.
Told you I was gonna do it.
Told you I was gonna do it.
You stayed while I did it.
And you're offended.
Whose fault is that?
I did it while you was on the phone. Bitch, just hang up the
phone. That pisses me off so much. Hang up the phone.
Leave the room.
Come back after I come.
And then what we was talking about with the Michael Jackson shit, it was like, yo, Mike fucked them little boys all around that compound.
I mean, we said
but then it was like, yo, it's coming out that some of these places weren't even established when they alleged that the rapes went down.
I didn't even know about that until he said that.
It's like,
shit.
The cameras. I was like,
I already said I didn't believe that nigga because he went from Australian to English, so I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, but we don't believe these niggas. So the whole controversy is him. And then he did the shit about the social media shit where it's like, Kevin Hart was 4 tweets away from being perfect.
Funny.
That's fucking hilarious. Now, that whole, like, I love Dave Chappelle, man. And like, he's in my top 5 now.
Well, he probably was already in mine.
Yeah, he probably was already in my top 5. And now it's just like that special put him over the edge. Like, I'm going back and actually like listening to old stand-ups. Like, I'm listening to like the Chris Rock's, the Bigger and Blacker.
Yeah.
And just Bring the Pain, Elephant in the Room, Patrice
O'Neal's got
Live on Sunset Strip, Eddie Murphy, Raw and Delirious. Like, I'm looking at these specials like,
Richard Pryor shit?
Nah, like
Live on Sunset Strip.
Yeah, Live on Sunset Strip is Richard. I'm just looking at these shits like, yo, this is how you fucking do comedy. It's not all this PC shit.
Yeah.
it's not taking the low hanging fruit and making like just a obvious joke about it. It's like really thought out, well crafted shit.
I mean, it could be all those things. I really like if you look at my Netflix, all I really watch is stand up comedy. So like I like John Mulaney, and he's not necessarily as offensive as Dave Chappelle. So you could do both. No, I'm just saying. So you can be one or the other. But I think that the thing that's getting lost on people is like, okay, he makes these jokes like that, and
everybody's scared.
Yeah, that's fine, and you don't have to agree with it. But stop trying to like destroy the nigga life because you don't agree with it. And then the other thing that pisses me off is like you hear what he says, but you're not listening to what he says. Yeah. And then that's what pisses me off.
All you do is hear the trigger word. You hear the F word. You hear the N word. You hear anything that has to do with, Jewish people or whatever. You just take that word and you isolate it and be like, he said this.
Yeah. But you're not listening to the context of it.
To it. What came after that?
Or what was the thing encompassing as a whole?
Yes, exactly. So it's like everyone's scared to be canceled these days, and no one, I guess, is being true to the art form of comedy. Everybody's just walking on eggshells. And Dave Chappelle said, yo, fuck these eggshells.
Facts.
I'm going to do what I came here to do, which was take a premise, take a joke, take something that's going on in the media and flip it. Nigga opened with suicide.
Facts.
Right.
Mental health has been one of the biggest things in like the past, 4 or 5 years, I want to say.
In my life, it's been...
We all know, Hesh. Have you taken your meds today?
I don't take meds, period. Yes, I'm taking my medicine right now. No facts.
So he took mental health. It said Anthony Bourdain hung himself in a hotel in like Paris,
5-star hotel. His job was to go to the best restaurants, eat the best food, and hang out with the best people.
And this nigga still killed himself. And then he talked about his boy back in Ohio that got married in college, lost everything, now works at a fucking Foot Locker, dressed as a fucking referee.
Living at home with his parents and never thought to kill himself.
Never thought to kill himself. It was like, makes sense to me, to a twisted nigga like me. I know that Bobby always says like he comes from like the era of like the 90s comedy.
Oh yeah.
So it makes sense to be like, yo, we wasn't so on edge and shit. I mean, when I did hear the F word, I did kind of like cringe a little bit, but then it's like, why am I?
It wasn't even. So for me, it wasn't even that he was saying it. It was that he was saying it hard.
No, but that was
he was hitting that shit.
Like I said,
hard day.
The first time I watched it for pure entertainment value. The second, third, and fourth time I watched it, I was studying it. Mm-hmm. There was a whole reason as to why. It was like, yo,
when you get to the end of that joke,
it's such a taboo thing, and we don't want to offend the elemental P people, and we can't say this word. If we say this word, we will more than likely be canceled, ostracized. We will be, we'll lose opportunities, money, this, that, and the third. And he got on the mic and said it. Mm-hmm. Said it. Mad times. No fear.
And it wasn't even about and that's the other thing too. If you actually sit there and think about it. The joke or the premise had actually nothing to do with the F word.
Yeah.
And had everything to do with how black people are perceived. Because he's like, oh, Karen, how come I could say this word with impunity? I can say nigger with impunity, but I can't say this other word. She's like, oh, because you're not gay. He's like, well, I'm not a nigger either.
Yeah.
That's the joke. That's the joke. That's what all that was for.
And then another thing is, I don't think I've ever called a gay person the F word.
Me neither.
I don't think I've ever called a gay person the F word.
I just say it arbitrarily for other shit, but I never like walked into like, hey, you're gay, you like dicks.
I mean,
like the same thing.
Fuck up.
It's the same thing with you for mental deficiency. The word that we use for I was trying not to say it, but I've never like walked up to like a person who was like slower,
especially like yo, shut your ass up.
Yeah, I've never done that.
Yo, you mad? Like I've never done that, but I just want to know like. I mean, as men, we probably refer to our friends as that.
Dumb,
from time to time. I mean,
I get why you
get it because I would feel a way if someone who wasn't black said nigga to me. I would feel a certain. So I don't want to. That's why I'm not saying the word because I don't know how a gay person would feel if I was to say that word and it just like I don't know. So, but nigga is like if you're not black or of the diaspora, like even if you're Spanish, you might get a pass. But if anyone else says that to me, I'm like, hey, well, relax. I don't care where you from. That shit don't fly with me. But the F word, any other words, I don't really dive into. But, And
even that, I think we need to have a conversation about eventually one day. Niggas ain't really ready to have that conversation.
About what?
About nigga.
I mean, yeah, it's a really nasty word.
It's a nasty word, but we use it all the time, and then we let we're very arbitrary about how. But so basically, if you're white, you can't use it. Oh yeah, but everybody else can use it. I wish. So then, how do you get mad?
I wish we can call that dude that's in that question. I forgot his name. Remember that dude that's in the question? Like, yo, why can't I say nigga? Like it.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Damn.
So a while ago, we had a question from somebody
I'll at least look up
who was white. I want to say, and he wrote us a question. It was like, you know,
it was a long,
bigging us up and whatever. And he was white. He says, "Yo, why can't I use the word nigga?" And he equated to that he comes from the same circumstances that most black people come from, which is like, yo, I came up in the struggle and strife, and I come from the hood, and I didn't have much. And then I had this whole diatribe of shit I wanted to say to him, but I didn't want to lose a fan.
It's underscore.
No, don't say his name. No.
Oh no. Okay, I was gonna shout him out.
No. I mean, because he knows him.
No, he's cool, and I've had a few a sporadic conversations with him. He's like the handful of conversations I had with him. He seems pretty cool, and I don't think it comes. Cool. It doesn't come from like he's. I think first off, he's young.
Yeah, it doesn't come from a malicious place, but it's just like the F word. If I'm not that, it's certain shit that I don't personally say. Yeah. I say that, I might say that to y'all, I might say that to my other group of friends. I've never said that to a gay person. Yeah. So I wouldn't feel comfortable saying it to a gay person unless I want to smoke. Unless I was like really upset and want to smoke, like and I'm trying to offend you. Yeah. I don't just say that. Yeah, I don't say that just because it's like I can, because I had the freedom of speech, quote unquote. I don't just blurt that out.
Nah, like he's like that white kid that grew up in the hood, like like he probably more like he shooting niggas before you shoot a nigga type.
But
so to him, and they're young, and I think the kids that are younger than us,
but
I think care less more than we care. I understand why he was asking the question.
Ignorant at one point where we said the F word a mile a minute. We probably said it more than nigga.
I definitely probably just said it earlier today.
But it's a thing that comes with maturity, that comes with experience, that comes with just growth as a person. Yes. So it's like, okay, if you cool with a group of niggas, you can say that word because you grew up with them, they know you. You might be, in their circle. You can say that to them, but you have to know that once you get outside of this group of people, the rest of the world ain't like them. I don't give a fuck about your circumstances, how you grew up, who you grew up with, who you down with, what set you claim. I don't give a fuck about none of that. If you are white and you ain't, if you white, not even if you cool with me, if you white, you cannot. It's certain shit that you just can't say,
which is fair,
unless you want to get slapped.
And I agree.
In any capacity, I don't give a fuck if we having a. I'm gonna give you one, like, yo, relax. But if you feel like you have to say it again, if that's a part of your vernacular and you have to say it again, expect a swift slap.
Yeah. Which I also, so it's funny because I can see both sides of the thing. I agree with what you're saying, and I probably
see it too.
And I actually probably feel more towards that direction than the other way. But it's all at the same time. It's like we let Asian people say it.
Yeah,
we let Spanish people say it.
Asian people say it.
There's mad Asian niggas that say it all the time.
My nigga.
Especially where we're from, Asian niggas say it all the time. They say nigga all the time.
If you are not of the diaspora, you cannot say the word.
But they
say
Every
Spanish nigga I know says nigga.
Spanish people are part black.
All right, but
not all of them.
Not all of them, but
some of them don't claim it the same way.
I feel more comfortable
with a Spanish person saying it.
But I don't like when they say it either.
You know what's the ironic
like when
thing,
Fat Joe say it. I don't like when none of these Spanish motherfuckers say
but
it.
The ironic thing though is that you told the story that the first person that called you a nigga was a Puerto Rican.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But no, it was a hard ER though.
Yeah, I know.
So, I mean, yeah, but it's like I don't. Cause I mean, I told the whole story.
Yeah, now you check that.
Yeah, go back.
Yeah, go back. So it was like, but I don't. Out. Yeah, pussy was fire. But I don't. That's just me personally. If you are not black, even some Spanish people, I do not like when Asian people say it, white people say it. Fucking what other people are there?
Indians, Native Americans, whatever.
Native Americans,
Pakistanis,
Middle Eastern. That covers the whole thing. But I don't like when people not of the culture,
Australians,
just because you grew up in the hood, don't give you right to say certain words. Just because you grew up around. I mean, if you grew up with gay people or gay cousins, you can say that to them. You cannot go ahead and say that to other gay people. Like it's that type of thing. It's like, yo, you can say that who you're comfortable. Like the word bitch. You can say bitch to women say bitch to other girls that they cool with. If they was to say that to another girl, they might take offense to it. us could probably say the word bitch to the girls we cool with. If you try to have that fly with like another woman that don't think that's cool in any capacity, she'll fuck you up. It's the same thing. It's like it's certain shit you can't say. You shouldn't say.
This is true to a certain extent.
To an extent, but I'm just saying it.
But I guess my point with that was like it's. I feel like we pick it arbitrarily who we allow and who we don't.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which, and again, if you ask me, do I feel comfortable with a white person?
Black people meeting?
Yeah,
a black
like
delegation.
kind of like if you ask me, do I feel comfortable with a white person saying nigga? No, I don't like that. I don't think I can ever really be comfortable.
Okay,
with
so
that.
one of your Asian homies says nigga.
It depends.
I don't really say nothing about that. Like I don't.
Oh, why?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. But if he was white, I'd have a problem. And that's what I'm saying.
But Asians is nowhere near niggas, so they shouldn't be comfortable saying it either.
Some Asian niggas is niggas.
I mean, they break dance as good as us or better than us, but they still can't say the word. Like they shouldn't be able to say it either.
They do.
That's one of them.
You got it, because that's the thing with us. We too fucking nice. We gotta start checking people.
I think this is one of those coming into time things. I get more offended if anybody called me a coon than a nigga.
Yeah, coon is kind of offensive.
Yeah, it was like, nigga, what you say?
Nah, because coon is meant to be offensive.
Yeah, because we didn't take coon back. We took nigga back.
Yeah, we
take coon back.
Nah, we put the A at the end of nigga.
So white people gave us nigga, right?
Mm-hmm, we kind of like
we took that back. So when life gives you lemons, we have made lemon meringue pie, lemonade, lemon stew, lemon wedges, lemon squares. We have taken everything this lemon and squoze the fuck out this shit. Okay, is squoze a word? Squoze not a word.
Squoze. That's the name of this episode. Squoze. Squoze.
QUOOZE. Squoze. But we squeezed. We
squeezed it.
Oh, that's what you were trying to say. Squoze.
Squoze.
That ain't no good. That word.
It is now, nigga.
It is now, nigga. Squoze.
Squoze.
But I'm just saying, that's that shit we shouldn't be able to say. But Dave Chappelle kind of he just reversed the mirror.
Facts, Kellerman.
Like yo, it's fucking genius, man. Yeah.